Okay, so it's March 28th. We're inching towards the end of March and going into April, and July 16th will be here before you know it. I am not rushing time. Trust and believe. I am glad this hiatus is taking place, and well, who knows? Maybe my demeanor will change between now and July. I had a conversation with someone. This is a private conversation, so I'm not going to say who I was talking with. However, I wanted to do a video to kind of gauge your thoughts on this and get some insight because, well, my demeanor has been put into question for the past several months, not just with Sistas season 8, but also with Zatima season 3. And the question is, and look, I feel like you all are going to be like, yeah, of course, but seriously though, should I take these shows as seriously as I do? Basically, when season 9 comes back, if I choose to review it, should I don't know, hold it to a high level of quality, and then when it doesn't meet the standards, I give it low scores? The thing is, I guess maybe I should try to have more fun with it, but it just feels frustrating when you have a show that's been on for as long as it is and it just throws out lore and kind of the rules of the game. It's almost like we're just forced to accept the inconsistent episodes we've been given. And obviously, this seems to be a byproduct of having too many cooks in the kitchen and a lack of communication between the writing team. And that's why things don't make sense. Now, look. Tyler, when he wrote it solo, it was not perfect. Hence why people were clamoring and demanding writers for quite some time. But when it comes to Tyler, the real sin was the repetitiveness of it all and small continuity errors here and there. But with the new writers, it's like, it just feels like character motivations and whatnot are just topsy-turvy and all over the place. But when I looked at, and I'm still getting, messages and comments about this, when I look at that live stream I did during the finale and the way I reacted to certain things, well, we all know what set me off. People were like, oh my God, this was the funniest thing ever. And it's like, bro, I was in tears laughing and, and this, that, and the third. So it's like, and the person I was speaking to was like, well, I think that's probably why you got quite the response you did, because you showed a side of yourself that people don't often get to see. And then I thought back further to when I reacted to the Zatima season 3 finale, where my opinions towards season 3 were in the minority, but the last 2 episodes, particularly Jeremiah and the finale, acting a fool at that funeral. And then when I did live stream with the toilet paper wrapped around my head, Jeremiah's bandage, people are losing it. It's because it's like, oh, Jeremy, see, you're having fun with it. But you got to look at it from my perspective. It's the fact that when you've been in a position like I have for so long reviewing something, and then they constantly switch it up to the point where the show is unrecognizable, it's easy to feel some kind of way about it, because it feels like a slap in the face to the fans who have been watching since day one, and the characters are acting unlike how you know them to be acting. Yes, I am aware characters grow and change, but for them to abruptly have these shifts in motivation and the way they act and the writing not making sense, you can see why I handed out a lot of low scores. And besides the point of me carrying some sort of bitterness, even though I'm not bitter, you can't say that, okay, because what, didn't I do that video talking about people who blame me? What was the question? I think I said, is it my fault the ratings are low? Because somebody or some people literally commented, hey, you crapping on the show is the reason the ratings are low. And I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because even if my reviews are negative, which they kind of are, the ratings were plummeting even before I opened my mouth about it. And the fact that, yeah, I guess at this point, you might as well just have fun with it, because unless season 9 just brings about a whole new vibe and shift in, tone and whatnot, I'm debating how I would even go about reviewing it, because it's like, I honestly, and look, the Jasmine thing aside, I honestly don't know if I have it in me to watch another season that's as bad, if not worse, than season 8. Because it just feels like an insult to my intelligence to watch a show where these characters are just not good. And I don't mean in terms of their personality, because most of them are awful, but for them to just act in such a way, like Bratty Andy was the worst Andy. And then on top of that, you have these characters like Danny, who, well, the coffee thing is within her character, but for her to just act like there's, wait, what was the whole saying? Yeah, this was a season of consequences, not accountability. Yeah, I don't want to see any of that anymore. So I am treading on thin ice if I do decide to watch season 9. I mean, the majority wants me to do it because you have to. But I don't know. Because I was thinking about it, how a number of YouTubers stepped out on the show at the end of season 6 or a few episodes into season 7. And I mean, I know the algorithm works according to your taste, and not to mention I am always logged in as Our Kind of Entertainment when I go on YouTube. But I just typed in like Sistas review, and like the first, like out of the first 10 videos, several of them were mine. And I think about how, you know, there are other people who review the show, but, you know, most of which only have like a handful of thousand views, so to speak. I think there might be a couple within the 20 to 40,000 view range. There could be more, but I didn't bother looking past the first page of search results. I know people expect it from me, but dang, I just don't know if I got it in me to just sit through another season of slop. So that's why I want to say I hope season 9 is better. I kind of do, but just like me going into season 8, I don't have any expectations. I honestly don't. So I guess maybe the question is, if I did choose to review season 9, what exactly do you want to see? Like, do you want me to do more of the reviews where I'm watching it live and I'm doing my reactions in real time? Or do you just want me to stick to what I've been doing, where it's like the photos, I'm talking over them and things like that? Just because, like I said, I for a moment understood, oh, this is why those channels that do reaction videos do so well, because people crash out or they, you know, jump out of their chair when they're excited, because I'm like, oh, okay. So I kind of get it. And like I said, I didn't have the episode on screen because, you know, copyright. I don't really know the rules of that kind of thing yet. And if I do some research, maybe I'll start doing that. But, you know, because I know you probably have to like have it where I minimize the episode, where it's like you could see it on the screen, but it's not taking up the whole screen. Maybe I'll have to like reverse it. There are a lot of things. So between now and the July, I will contact YouTube. I will go over the guidelines because, like I said, I am not trying to put myself in another position where my channel gets demonetized because of some stupid rule. So, you know, like I said, I'll tread lightly if I do decide to do that. But yeah, I just want to see if I do review season 9, how exactly do you want me to do it? That's kind of what I'm asking. Because like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, but I want to have fun with it. But it's just like, should I just embrace the ridiculousness? It's kind of like if you're an Arrowverse fan from back in the day, CW's Legends of Tomorrow. Honestly, one of my favorite shows out of the entire roster of like Supergirl, Black Lightning, Flash, Arrow, this, that, and the third. But only up until like season 3. After 3, I kind of fell off it because as the show went on, it literally became like an SNL sketch show as opposed to a superhero show. Like the characters no longer wore their superhero outfits. It just became ridiculous. Now, it embraced the silliness and it lasted for a long time, but I just couldn't stand what the series became after a certain point. It felt like the lore of time travel and the character plot lines and all that stuff got dropped in favor of being ridiculous, and I couldn't stand it. So I guess Sisters is kind of the same way now, where it's just like, we've been on the air for so long. If we want to do something, we'll do it, even if it makes no sense. But like I said, it kind of just feels like an insult to the people I've been, embracing the series from the jump, but I don't know. So let me know how you feel about it. If you're a person who quit the show, what would it take for you to give season 9 a shot? So there's that aspect of it. I don't know. Even though I don't want spoilers for season 9, I just wish somebody from Tyler Perry Studios would be like, Jeremy, watch season 9. I feel like that will be the major push I need to go, like, you're going to like it, because trust and believe. I wish I had a sign that told me, hey, watch season 9. But Jeremy, hundreds of us demand you watch it. There's a difference, okay? Sheesh. All right, well, take care, and I'll catch you on the next video.